I have just moved to Bangkok and today we have a little mission. I want to see if my local neighborhood, Ari, has good food. So I've made 10 categories from Thai food to Western food to cafes. We will try each of them, but they have to be within a 10-minute walk of my condo and they have to come to a total of under 2,000 baht, about 50 pounds. So we best get going, we have a lot to eat. First up, the most famous dish in Thailand. First up is traditional Thai. So I thought go for the dish that is the most standard, because if you can't get a good pad krapao in the area that you live, it's not worth living in that area. So I did a little search and I found this place. It has good ratings and it's busy. You know, every seat is taken and he's doing orders as well. So that says a lot. It looks good, it's rapid, he cooks so fast. The wok is super hot, big flames coming up, so that means taste. But it's so cheap as well, just 59 baht, so what, £1.50 for the base, and then 10 baht extra, like 20p, to get the fried egg on the side as well. The eggs are already prepared, they look a little bit gummy rather than runny, but that's fine. Let's see how it tastes. I'm just gonna get a little bit of this fish sauce with chili in, just to add it on. It normally adds a little bit of saltiness that I like. Oh, no, the egg is a little bit runny. The menu is super simple. You have this dish, which is essentially a meat stir fry with chili, with garlic, and with the holy basil. Not Thai basil that you might find in the supermarket back in the UK, but holy basil. And you have a choice of pork, you have a choice of chicken, and you have a choice of beef, and then you can choose to add the egg. And you should always add the egg, by the way. So super simple. I went for the pork, which I would say is probably the most popular. It's just such a comforting dish. It's one of those dishes where you don't really know what to order, or you don't know what you fancy, or you're at a place which may not have the best food, order this dish. Because it's, even a bad one is all right. And I bet you a lot of the staff at their lunch will cook this dish, so they'll know how to cook it properly. Can't really go wrong with it. 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10 maybe, depends how hungry I am. But a good start, and it's good to, I mean, come on. There's of course going to be good Thai food around here, but it's good to see good value, good Thai food. Super friendly owner, busy with locals. That's kind of what I want from the area as a baseline. We have 9 more categories to cover, so I'm going to eat this and let's go check out some of the other foods to offer in this area. All right, now I've finished it, I'm definitely upgrading it. I'm upgrading it to a standalone 8 because it's actually very tasty, super tasty. I'll be back, that is for sure. It's a good, very quick, very cheap lunch. Right, let's go find some more. To be honest, the place I wanted to show you was closed, and it only opens on weekends anyway, and it's Saturday, about 11 o'clock, and it's closed. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to test out and hopefully show you that you can get good coffee anywhere in this area. Thailand is fantastic for coffee. This is just a little hole-in-the-wall cafe, and you see a lot of them in Bangkok. You see a lot of them in this area. I'm sat pretty much on the street. They do have a nice little seating area that you can sit on and watch the world go by, but it's called A Paper Cup Coffee and Friends. And I've gone for a hot latte on a hot day. Perfect, right? But it looks good. He said, oh, I'm not very good at latte art. And then he did a nice little heart on the top. So let's see how it tastes. Ah, yes. You know what? Since I gave up caffeine, my life has been unmeasurably better. It's just, you know, I used to have stomach issues, now they're all gone. Now it makes my life much easier to live, let's say. But when I have a good coffee, I don't half miss good coffee, and decaf just doesn't really cut it, does it? Not to mention that you can't really find decaf here. Honestly, if you're a coffee lover, Thailand is your paradise. It's Thai coffee as well. If you're living in the UK or in the US, they export a lot of it now, and you can probably buy it. Online, definitely. I used to buy Thai coffee online when I was back in the UK, so definitely do that. But the thing I love most about here, it's just so cheap. It's just such good value. 65 baht, so like what, £1.50, I guess? But it's nice and I love this. If I didn't have you guys on the camera, I'd probably be sat facing, watching the people go by, watching the cars go by. Yes, it's a little bit noisy. It's not for everyone. Some of you will say, I don't really like sitting on the street. But for me, that's part of the culture and it's part of the interestingness of this. You can sit on the street and you can watch the world go by. I love it. But I don't know if you've noticed, it's not recovered yet, but I've actually sorted my eye out. I went to the hospital for an appointment, and actually this shows you guys that insurance is worth having, because I have this thing called Air Doctor where I can book an appointment with the doctor anywhere in the world for free. That was accepted and I went to the consultation. I saw the doctor and she said, we need to do the surgery on that. And I was like, okay, when shall I book? She's like, we're gonna do it now. So I had the surgery. I was in and out in an hour and a half from literally getting to register at the hospital and having the operation done. But I had the surgery. It was quick and it was easy. It was a little uncomfortable because local anaesthetic doesn't really do much for me. And she put a lot in and I could still feel quite a lot. It's done. The swelling is coming down. Hopefully it should fully disappear. And she said, fingers crossed, that my vision will go back to normal. So thank you for pushing me. Not that I wasn't going to do it, but when I posted in the last video, all of you guys were just like, get the operation, get the operation, get the operation. So that's what I did. I told you I would, and I did. So thank you very much. And yeah, let's go eat some more food, right? We've got a lot to go to, 8 more to go. Next up, we have regional Thai food. And I was tempted to show you papaya salad, something from Eastern Thailand, but to be honest, you can find that everywhere, all over the city. So I've decided to go northern Thailand, and I've gone for one of my favorite dishes, what I think is everyone's favorite dish in Thailand, khao soi. Now, if you don't know what khao soi is, it's essentially a curry coconut noodles, famous in the north, famous in Chiang Mai, if you've had it up there. Of course, the best is in Chiang Mai, but just look at the color of that broth. This one looks pretty good. So you've got the egg noodles in the bottom. You've got the curry sauce. I've gone for chicken, so under there is chicken. It's got red curry paste in there too, and then on top you have these fried crispy noodles. It comes with a load of sides. Bean sprouts, which I'm probably not gonna touch. The pickled mustard greens, or like fermented mustard greens, just to give a bit of sourness and crunch, and then raw onion and a little bit of cabbage. On the side also, with this dish, you have lime juice and you have chili paste, chili powder to make it even more spicy. To be honest, in my experience, it's been hard to find good khao soi outside of northern Thailand, outside of Chiang Mai. My favorite is up in Chiang Mai. So I'm just gonna taste it first and then we'll start it up. Whoa, it's got a kick to it, certainly fragrant. So, lime juice, get that in there. You want to cut through the richness of that coconut. Little bit of roasted chili. Oh, it's not paste. Sometimes it's chili paste, but it's chili, like roasted chili, not powder, but pounded chili. We're gonna get a bit more of that in. Some of those onions, raw onions, and they're sweeter here in Thailand. They're not really sharp like you expect in Europe. And then we're gonna get some of those pickled mustard greens. Now it looks good. Actually, what's good about this one is it's quite dry. I mean, you have the sauce in the bottom, but this is how I like it. It's not, it's not really soupy. It's quite dry and it sticks to the noodles. Yeah. Actually, it's very spicy, as I say, but it's very fragrant. It's heavy on the spice. You have a whole drumstick. This is normal. You get a drumstick of chicken slow cooked, so it just falls off the bone. Yes. Is it the best khao soi I've ever had in my life? Probably not. But for Bangkok, I would say it's pretty good. It's up there with the best that I've had. And it's nice to know that this is in the area and you do have regional food in this area. As I say, you have Eastern food, Isan food, and then you have this northern food as well. Right, now there are so many snacks that I could have chosen for this section, but I wanted to choose what is probably the most popular snack in the whole of Thailand for foreigners, let's say, and it's the 7-Eleven cheese and ham toasty. Look at it. I mean, look at those golden bars toasted on the... I'm kidding, because for me, I have a kind of a controversial opinion on this, but people love it. I mean, it has cult following. And people even say, the first thing I do when I get to Thailand is go and get a cheese and ham toasty from 7-Eleven. It's 30 baht, 29 baht, so it's less than £1. They cook it in there for you. They toast it in the toasting machine. It's a snack, right? Cheap bread, cheap ham, cheap cheese. Let's see how it is. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not good. It's just so... How can I be polite? If I could give it a 1 out of 10, that's being polite. Because I would probably give it even less. It's just not, there's nothing good about it. And I think the thing is, people wax lyrical about it so much that people get it in their head that it has to be good. And then if their first time in Thailand, they'll come here and they'll try it. And because they've heard everyone say that it's good, they're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. It's terrible. Okay, maybe it harks back to something from childhood, but not even that. It's just a terrible cheese sandwich. So, bit of a wasted slot, this one. There's plenty of street snacks out there. You can find street snacks absolutely everywhere, very cheaply and very tasty. I had to call this out in a video at some point, so why not get it out the way early? 1 out of 10. Next up, we have the non-Thai Asian food. Now, in Ari, there's a lot of places that you can choose from. I was thinking about Korean, maybe Korean barbecue, but to be honest, I love Japanese food. And one of the benefits now in Thailand is Japanese food is really getting better and better. In this area in particular, I've seen loads of Japanese restaurants. So I've come to one called Kin Roll. It does sushi hand rolls. They have a lunch menu where you get a set of 6 just for 920 baht plus tax. Kind of the thing when you eat in the restaurant. It looked good, looked too good to miss, and I've kind of been calculating the prices so I could allow myself this within the budget. So I've already been told off for not eating fast enough. So let's try the first one, salmon hand roll. One or two?
Up to you. If you want, it's okay.
Okay.
And if you cannot, it's okay.
All right, let's try one.
Thank you, sir.
All right, next up we have eel. Unagi, right?
Yeah.
This one looks good. I love eel, so fatty. Everything's made in front of you. So you have the sushi rice here, and then the preparation, it's all prepared, fresh, and then it's made to order, to eat basically. It's a hand roll, as I say, so it's put on the nori sheet and then placed in front of you. And then you get a little description of what it is. Wow, the eel is so fatty and so flavorful. For me, coming from the UK, it reminds me a little bit of mackerel. Like when I was a kid, we used to catch mackerel and we used to grill them on the barbecue. Mackerel is also a very oily, fatty fish, and the skin part of it reminds me of this, but to be honest, this is better. This is higher quality, but it's been brushed with something, so sweetness, bitterness, a little bit of fishiness in there as well. Very, very good. All right, 3 in. We're halfway now in the meal. To be honest, it's already exceeded my expectations. But this one, we have the shrimp. It's semi-raw, semi-cooked. He blowtorched it in front of me to cook the outside of it, which was very cool. It's a bit of theatre. I mean, I'm literally at the counter and it's prepared right in front of you. And then obviously all the bits on top go in it, including, and if you've watched the channel before, black caviar. Well, if you've seen my Instagram before, black caviar, and you'll know how much I love black caviar. Oh my word. That one might be the best so far. Oh, that shrimp is so sweet and so good, but the flavor and the star of it is the char from the blowtorch. Incredible, incredible.
The next one is a tagamisake.
Bluefin tuna, that is probably what I think of when I think of this type of thing in sushi. Sesame seeds on top, black caviar on top. Divine. So this one is scallop.
Yeah,
right? Big scallop.
Hokkaido.
Oh, from Hokkaido. Okay, so from northern Japan, and it is actually from Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, cheers, guys. This one is good as well.
Yeah.
How do I choose my favorite?
I love it, and another one is a shrimp. I love it.
Yeah, this one is my favorite, I think, so far. Last one. I'm sad, even though we're having so much food today. It's sea bream. I don't think I've ever had sea bream raw. I have eaten a lot of sea bream. I've caught a lot of sea bream. My dad used to catch a lot of sea bream, but he's turned back to fishing in the last year or so, and I don't think he's caught one fish. So, yeah. Don't think he's been eating much sea bream. But, well, bottoms up, I guess. Cheers. Now, my dad would tell me this is a waste of fish, but like this, it's so clean and so fresh. Wow. That one might be up there. I think the shrimp was my favorite. The shrimp just was unbelievably good. It goes fast because it's so good. You know, eat fast. But for a little lunch stop, or for a place to come on an evening and slow it down a bit and chill, wow, I'm impressed. I think I'm going to be coming back here. And to know that I have food like this, just a few minutes from the condo, but it's not the end of the video. We still have a lot more food to eat, although I'm going to have to probably give this one 9.5 out of 10. Where's the half going? I want more. Next up, we have takeaway. So I thought it was a good opportunity to show you something I've been ordering a lot since I got into this apartment. And it's actually Vietnamese. It's banh mi, which is Vietnamese sandwich. But here you have an app called Grab, which is basically, it works like, you know, if you're in the Western world, it's like Uber Eats. But it's so cheap and so easy to order, so convenient. They bring it on a bike taxi. I ordered this at 9:20 and it turned up at 9:50. It was rapid. Banh mi. Famous Vietnamese street food, and on the street you can get it for just like £1, you know, super cheap. It costs a little bit more here. What you find in Thailand is food which is not Thai definitely costs more. Still good value. I think it costs about £3. So I'm not exactly complaining. But this one is just such an easy snack, and I need to take my medication for my eye. So, you know, I need to have something before I take that. So it comes with this little sauce, which I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I love, if I can show you, I love pouring it on top because it tastes pretty good. I don't think it's very Vietnamese. I think this is more the Thai take on it, but it's still tasty. Very tasty. So you get all different types: chicken, pork, egg, you know, the standard types that you'll see on the street. This is made with meatballs. Is you have all of the pickles on the inside. You see pickled carrot, pickled cucumber, pickled radish, and then you have those fairly chunky, well, nice size anyway, meatballs, but the bread is like, it's like that French bread. This is why going to Vietnam is so amazing, because you have the most amazing bread there. Bread in Asia, I must admit, it's pretty hard. But in Vietnam, it's good. Oh, and there's also pate on the inside as well. Anyway, let's try it. It's so good. It's still warm because it came so fast, it's still warm. But the crunch of those vegetables is so good with the meat, with the beef. The other good one they do is a crispy pork one. That's also good, but it's a little bit naughty. This one feels a bit more healthy. The trick I found, because it's delivery, not everything's good for delivery, but to get it out of the packet as soon as you can so the bread stays crispy. It's probably the best banh mi I've had in Bangkok, I would say. But it's not as good as Vietnam, let's be honest. So at some point, a trip to Vietnam is called for. But for just a few pounds, it's a fantastic snack. Good little lunch, good little breakfast, good for when, you know, you're just feeling a little bit peckish, good for taking your medication. But yeah, takeaway, it doesn't really matter which area you're in, I guess. But it's one of the criteria, you know. If things get here fast, obviously the closer they are, the faster they come, and there's some good things around here to order food from, so I'm happy with that. Probably an 8 out of 10 banh mi for Thailand. I don't know what it is about places being closed today. I've tried to go to 2 places I want to show you for noodles, and both have been closed despite them saying that they're open. So, third time lucky, and I brought you to a place which, actually I come a lot. I come and have a lunch or a dinner here quite a lot, so it's good to show you anyway. But equally, they're quite an interesting bowl of noodles. Maybe, if you're not familiar with Thailand, you wouldn't have seen anything like this before. It's called kway jab, or rolled rice noodles. And the thing here that makes them unique and makes them special, well, not just here, but in terms of this dish, these noodles, they're made into like a triangle shape and then they're rolled up. But in here, you have all sorts of things. Obviously, you can choose with less of these things, but I've gone for everything. So we have pieces of pork, we've got offal, a lot of offal, from lung to stomach to intestine, all sorts of things in there, gizzard. Everything you can imagine is in there. But the best thing about it for me is this broth. It's actually a clear broth. You wouldn't think it, but it is a clear broth. Sometimes you can also get a version which is really thick and a bit more gelatinous, but this is the thin, clear broth, but it's so rich and it's so good. It doesn't look appetizing, but I promise you, this dish is an absolute cracker. Now, I've eaten here before, as I say, so I know exactly what it needs for me. It's a little bit salty because it's a strong broth, so get a lot of that chili vinegar in there. Sometimes it's fermented chili vinegar, which is even better, but I love it with the bite of acidity. I've said before in my videos, you get this on the table, these box of goodies, essentially. It changes on restaurant to restaurant, depending on what the dish is, but in here we have the fermented chili vinegar, we have the roasted powder, the chili powder, so we're gonna get some of that in there as well. If you like it spicy, you've got to be careful because this stuff can get to you, and obviously different places have different strengths. You kind of just have to see what you like. There's also sugar in every one. For me, never for the sugar. That's not really my palate, but Thais love the sweetness that goes with it. So, with all of that in, it's time to try it. As I say, this is absolutely jam-packed. For 85 baht, which is just, well, it's probably about £2. It's an absolute bargain. Oh. Actually, you know what? It's peppery anyway, that broth, which is why I love it, because it gives a real kick. But when you add that chili and the pepper, it's like you're getting a slap on both sides of the face. Because the chili, the roasted chili, hits you in the back of the throat. That's what the dried chili does. But the pepperiness, you know, like tingling, prickly all over your mouth. Honestly, if you're scared of offal, when you have it in a dish like this, where it's been cooked well, where it's soft and it's meaty, I'm not going to say if I blindfold you and then fed you, because that's a bit weird, isn't it? But if I blindfolded you and fed you some of this and I didn't tell you what it was, I think you'd struggle to know what it was. You would just think it's something very delicious. Maybe on the texture you would get something, but on the flavor it just tastes like the meat that it is, right? But I'd have to say, for flavor and interestingness, this is probably one of my favorite dishes in Thailand. I think it's definitely up there. It's definitely top 5. And of course, like anyway, you get some good ones. And you get some pretty average ones, let's say. But when you get a good one, oh boy, is it good. Just for the sheer variety. I mean, if you don't like, you're going to say, I don't like fatty things. But you get big chunks of crispy pork in there as well, and that let me tell you, is super delicious. Oh, oh yeah, that is amazing. All right, Western food. Now, I'm not going to be eating a huge amount of Western food, I've got to admit, but even the best of us, when we're abroad, crave something comforting, don't we? And I think, well, I thought of a lot of things. I thought of pasta, I thought of pizza, but at the end of the day, you can't beat a good burger. I can cook the other things at home. Well, maybe not pizza, but I can definitely cook pasta at home. So I found this place. I was looking on the map, and I was looking at the photos to try and find a good smash burger. And I found this place called Barney's Burger. It's just a few minutes away from RE BTS. The burger looks insane. And watching them cook it, they took so much care. Every little detail, from frying the bacon to doing the smash burger itself, the sauces, layering it up with all of the sauces. It looks amazing, amazing. And look at that. Look at that burger. That burger. I'm not going to say it looks perfect because I haven't tried it yet, but it looks pretty damn good. I've got it with the fries. What did it cost? It cost 370 baht, so maybe like £8, which I would say is pretty good for a proper burger. Wow, that is incredible. Cheese, gherkins, onion, bacon, burger. The burger's really beefy, really beefy. It's one of the best burgers I've had, I'm not gonna lie. Who would have thought that? Barney's Burger. The best bit, well, the inside is juicy and succulent, but the best bit, come on, I think you'll agree with me, are those crispy, crunchy bits. I was gonna show it to the camera and I thought it was gonna drop. Oh my God, they're amazing. 9.5 out of 10. Dessert, we have 250 baht, just over, left. Just £6, I guess, £6.50 left of our budget. We have to get a drink after this. So I was thinking I could afford something a bit more fancy for dessert, but you know what? When you walk past somewhere and you see roti being handmade, sometimes you've just got to stop. I've come back into the center, well, the main road in Ari, as you can hear by the traffic, but also it has all of this street food here. So many different types of food, including this auntie selling roti. So I went for banana roti, which was £1, no, less than £1, 80p, which was 30 baht. And then on top, for 5 baht, I got Ovaltine, and for 10 baht extra, I got peanut butter. And she drizzles some condensed milk on top. It's a dessert, right? So you gotta go for it. That's a combo. Winning combo. So good. So good. A great little way to finish the food. I could eat these every night, to be honest. I won't, because I'll put on a load of weight, but I could eat these every night. They're so good. You see them everywhere in Thailand. Just think of it like a bit like a crispy pancake, I guess, if you've not had them before. But we have to go find a drink. Find a bar, find a place to have a drink, I guess, to finish this video off. And our final category. We're gonna do it. We're gonna complete our mission. I'll see you guys there. You know, I would love to say that this is some type of gin and tonic or some vodka drink, but sadly, it's soda water. Because I thought, oh, you know what? I'll come and have a beer. It'll be really nice. There's this nice place that I wanted to check out. It's called Wave. It's just next to BTS, so it was next to the SkyTrain. And you have this amazing view, I assumed, over the area and the Pearl building, and you get to see the SkyTrains coming and going. I thought this would be a fantastic end to the video. So I'm walking here, and then I realize, actually, I'm on antibiotics, 2 types of antibiotics for the eye, for the week after the eye operation. So yeah, we're not doing that. We've got soda water, but the place is nice. There's an inside area where you can sit, and it's aircon in there, and she couldn't understand why I wanted to come and sit outside. She thinks I'm a nutcase, like most of you do, I'm sure. But you have this terrace overlooking the SkyTrain track, as I said. You have a nice view of the Pearl building, as I said. And in the evenings, apparently there's live music and events, and you can come and have craft beer. Looks like a nice, funky place. So it could be one of my locals. It's not the cheapest, but it could be one of my locals if I want that type of night. So I think I'm happy with that. I went to another place called the Farmer's Bar in one of the other videos, little cocktail bar in this little courtyard. This is also a nice place for a drink. But again, 1, we showed it, and 2, no alcohol, right? So I guess my point is there's options for bars and places to grab beer. It's not quite like the other areas. I think overall, it's ticked the box on pretty much every category that we threw at it. And I've been impressed. I think we came in under budget as well. In fact, we did come in under budget, even with our splurge on the Japanese hand-rolled lunch. We came in under budget. So mission success. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Maybe if you're visiting Bangkok, you've got a little bit of inspiration to come and visit my neighborhood. Say hi if you see me around. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video right here. See you there.